Wait. Just come over. Just come over. Don't yell. Hello, hello, YouTube world. How are you? Greetings, salutations. Welcome to the Lone Wolf and Cub inaugural first live stream video. We're going to be going 24 hours live. I am your humble host. I am Anthony, aka OG Ant, aka Lone Wolf, and this is my wonderful other half of the show, DK, aka the Cub, Daniel McIntyre. Say what's up, man.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here.
All right. Well, we are going to be vibing with you guys for the next 24 hours. This is going to be wild. Please bear with us as we're a work in progress, as we're still learning our way around this whole thing, learning how to navigate through everything. So we're asking you all just to bear with us while we figure some things out. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a breakdown of how this next 24 hours is going to go. So what we're going to be doing is myself and DK, we're going to be doing a lot of things with you. We're going to start off with a little bit of intro just to get to know you all, so you all can get to know us. We're going to be looking at some trailers and talking about some interviews that were recently done related to Donnie Yen and John Wick. We're gonna do some trivia. We'll pick a couple of guests to come on and or to compete with each other. We'll do it through Kahoot. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. We'll take breaks from time to time. When we take breaks, we'll go offline for about 15 minutes, allow us to rehydrate and collect ourselves, and then we'll start a new stream. And then we'll just progress throughout the day. We're gonna have raffle giveaways. Someone within the next 24 hours, in addition to all the lovely prizes that we have for our raffle giveaways, someone is going to win an Xbox One S. S, right?
S.
It's
Yes.
an S. Okay. All right. So someone's gonna win an Xbox One S. We're gonna be raffling that off sometime during this 24-hour live stream. So we understand. We know people can't stay on for an entire 24 hours, but we're gonna talk about that more in a second. It's gonna be wild. The raffle is for subscribers only. Subscribers only. So just want to let you just want to put that out there. Yeah, so we're gonna have raffles. We're gonna do some movie. We're gonna do some movie watch-alongs. So we, as a community, we're gonna watch movies together, and we'll give you the links for all that, so we can kick back and popcorn, pizza, whatever it is that you enjoy when you're watching your movies. Um, so yeah, so we're really gonna be going back and forth, and we're gonna be going in and out with you. So again, we apologize for some of the technical snafus in advance, because again, this is our first time doing this. So we just want to uh apologize in advance. We will get better as time as time goes on. So um you can hit us up on our YouTube. Excuse me. You can hit us up in our send us questions or comments in the chat. You can send us questions in our Gmail. All that information is going to be coming in a second. Just bear with us. We also have uh, we're gonna, in addition to the movie watch-alongs, we're gonna do some gameplay, and we're gonna battle each other, as well as invite other people into. For example, when we play games on Steam, we'll invite some of you, for those of you that have Steam, to jump in and fight with us. So we'll do some cool stuff like that. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have some games, some trivia, some giveaways, and some raffles, and you get us, the dynamic duo. And we're going to do the best to try to entertain you for the next 24 hours. We are asking, if you can, please support the stream. Please support the channel. I've pinned our donation link. I pinned that in the chat. So if you could, we really appreciate it. Please, only if you can. If you can, please. We know that these are hard times. We don't want to put anyone out, but your support helps us build this channel and make it better. Our intention is to become the primary source, the go-to for all things martial arts, right? That means movies, movie reviews, content related to martial arts, news. At some point, we'd like to get some other castmates, some people who may be a little bit stronger in some areas, particularly things such as mixed martial arts and things of that nature. As I am myself, though I am a lover of mixed martial arts, I am not an aficionado, but I love it. Danny, do you love mixed martial arts?
I do. Lately, I've been loving it more than boxing, even though that has its merits too.
Okay. Hold on. We're going to try to fix a mic situation. So bear with us 1 second.
Yeah. How's this?
Can't hear you. Speak up.
How's this?
Say it again.
Hello?
There we go.
There we go.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna try to get some things on point and make sure that we are golden. And just bear with us for 1 second. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Okay, I think we got that little technical issue out of the way. I think we're good. Hey, to our first viewer of the day. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Chaxologist, what's up? What's up? We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. He's been like absolutely active for the past has been absolutely active for the past few days, talking to us in the Discord and making sure that everything is good there. So we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being our first viewer of the day. I've already entered your name into the raffle, and so um, we're really excited, pulling for you, hoping that you're one of the people who. Oh, he said I nailed it right. Oh, good. And so, hoping that you're one of our lucky winners today. And thank you so much. In fact, because you have been one of the people who not only are you one of our first viewers and you were one of the first people to pop in the Discord and everything, I'm gonna put a second card with your name in it. So hopefully that'll increase your chances of winning one of the raffles. Okay. Yep. We love Kung Fu and MMA. Absolutely. There's some big fights. Actually, there's some big fights that are going to be on tonight. John Bones Jones going to be getting it in tonight. Should be an interesting fight. Unfortunately, as you all know, we can't stream that on YouTube. But we will speak on it and give you updates as that news comes in. So yeah. So right now we just want to really just kind of to get warmed up and get ourselves acclimated to what it is we're doing here. We really like to just talk to you a little bit and talk to you about who we are and what it is that we're doing. So I think I'll start us off first by telling you that, if you haven't seen our first video, which is I believe 5 Deadly Venoms, our first review video, kind of explain a little bit about it at the beginning of that video. Martial arts, not just kung fu movies, but kung fu movies, but all martial arts has been a major part of my growing up when I was a young man and we were living in Humboldt Park in Chicago. This is living in a tough part of the city, and you had to know how to fight, or you're gonna get your ass kicked, right? And so, my pops sent me to a kung fu school where I started, and I did fairly well. Eventually, I graduated up to Taekwondo and excelled there a lot more. And so I've always had this affinity for the martial arts. And then joined the military, and that martial arts background helped fortify some of the skills that I had or that I brought to the table. But growing up, watching kung fu theater and martial arts was like a staple for me and my friends. There's a very famous movie theater that was in Chicago called the McVickers Theater in Chicago, and it was like 99 cents, and you could watch like 2 movies. You could watch 2 movies, and we would go and we would watch all these crazy kung fu flicks, Sonny Shiba and Bruce Lee, and just tons and tons of kung fu movies. And it was like a thing. Like Saturday morning, we went downtown. It was across the street from the Woods Theater. Those theaters no longer are there anymore, but McVickers Theater with the sticky floors from the soda and mice running across your feet, and it was crazy. But man, was it a good time! It was an absolute good time watching those kung fu movies and growing up, and eventually when those theaters got torn down, luckily for us, kung fu movies kind of migrated over to television. So there was um, Samurai Sunday, which was on WGBO TV. It was channel 66 before it became a Spanish channel. And there was also I believe Super Kicks or something like that that was on I want to say channel 50. And man, got introduced to like Jackie Chan and just man, it was just an absolute great time. Kept us off the streets, but didn't keep us off the streets because when the movies were done, me and my friends would either go outside, go in the backyard, and try to emulate the moves of the movies we just watched. So, steak style, stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. But we have a love for all things, not just Chinese martial arts, but for um, ninjutsu and ninja movies. Those were big in the 80s when I was growing up. Ninja movies, uh, like fantasy movies, the wuxia genre, fantasy mixed with martial arts. Yeah, that was great. Um, just, I mean, obviously the anime influences that came along later. I was big when I was growing up. We watched a lot of there were a lot of like Asian TV shows that migrated over to the United States. So I watched Spectreman and Ultraman and Johnny Sacco and Space Giants and all that good stuff. But yeah, just an absolute lover of Asian cinema, gun fu, right? All the movies, Chow Yun Fat, and all those things. And we're gonna absolutely enjoy reviewing those movies and having hot topics and talking to you about those movies, things that are going on in the martial arts cinema world, and um, it's just going to be really good. So there's just a little bit about me over the coming months, hopefully years. You'll get to know myself and DK a lot better. Again, my name is OG Ant, aka the Lone Wolf. I'll speak a little bit about the name of the channel in a minute, but I'm gonna turn it over to DK and let him talk a little bit. DK, tell the fans, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Oh, all right. So, just to let people know so that there's no confusion, DK is not for Donkey Kong. It's for Dragon King. That's my Discord username, Dragon King 1103. Um, as far as my martial arts experience goes, it is nowhere near as hardened or as full as my dad's, but I grew up watching a lot of anime, a lot of anime, martial arts movies that my dad showed me, and well, yeah, martial arts movies, anime, and TV shows. So that combined experience has all helped me. It has all helped me. All of that has helped me in terms of. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Uh, sorry, technical difficulties. Um, I'm hearing this and I don't like it. Martial arts movies, anime, and TV shows. All right. So that combined experience has all helped me. It has all helped me. All of that has helped me in terms of. I'm hearing us from like 10 seconds ago. Uh, sorry, technical difficulties. Um, I'm hearing this and I don't like it. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, we're having some problems with the sound, but yeah, basically between TV shows I've watched, movies that we've watched, and anime that I've watched both on my own and with my dad, all of that has factored into a really fun um, martial arts experience that I've had for years. Uh, I'm There's still a lot that I want to see that I haven't seen yet, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to I'm glad that I've seen all the movies that I've seen so far, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys my thoughts on stuff that we see in the future. So yeah, I'm here for it.
All right, great, great. Um, so yeah, so we are gonna forge ahead. Like I said, we have a lot of things that we need to get to try to figure out. So please bear with us as we try to navigate this. As the day progresses, we promise things will get better. Again, this is our first time streaming ever. Um, and that's been part of our journey. Was we've tried to figure out what kind of channel did we want to be? Did we want to be a channel that just did reviews and just threw up videos and hope that people will watch them and like them? Or did we want to be an interactive channel, a channel that streams, plays games with its audience, does movie watch alongs, um, does more, make it more of an interactive channel? We are in the process of figuring out our weekly. We're thinking about doing a weekly show that will be about 30 to 40 minutes weekly show, just doing breakdowns of the news in the martial arts world, martial arts cinema, things of that nature, doing breakdowns, doing topics, things of that nature. So we're hoping to get a set built out for that. That'll be different than what you're seeing right now. Um, so yeah, so we're in the middle of working that out and trying to figure out the logistics of that. So we appreciate all your patience with that one as well. We are going to forge ahead here today, and again, uh, there's going to be giveaways. We're giving away an Xbox before this 24-hour stream is over. We're giving away that Xbox. We're giving away movies and just all kinds of fun stuff. We got swag and stuff to give out. So, again, please bear with us. It's going to be a great show. So just hang in there with us, and yeah, we're going to get it in. So, let's talk a little bit about Donnie Yen. Last night we dropped a video. We dropped our top 5 favorite Donnie Yen fights in modern movies that he did. And it's great that we dropped that video because it lines up with what is coming up in the next couple of weeks. We have John Wick 4, Chapter 4, that's coming out, and the trailer looks amazing. We're gonna watch it in a minute, and Donnie Yen, yes, our guy, is gonna be in that. Going to be featured in this movie. I'm not sure if he is a protagonist, an ally. It looks like he might be going up against John Wick, so that should be interesting. So we're really excited to talk about that. And he notedly, as they do when they have a rollout, they dropped some videos and some articles. He did a GQ interview along with I believe Scott Atkins also did a GQ interview along with Keanu Reeves. They've all done separate interviews. There's also an article that is out presently, so we're going to go through that. We're going to look at it and talk about it, and yeah, we're really excited and looking forward to that, to seeing how that goes. So yeah, John Wick. So DK, what do you think about the John Wick show so far? What do you like? What you don't like?
You mean the movie franchise?
The movie franchise, yeah. What are you thinking about it? What do you like about it so far?
So my opinions on the movies overall is that they've been really solid. I think the first one had the most heart because it had like I think more of an emotional story to tell in addition to the action that it was fueled by. Um Not to say that the other two movies that are out so far like don't call back to that, but from John Wick 2 onwards, it feels like it's more just um John Wick like just going for kills. Trying to find some peace, but he'll never have it again. 3 made that pretty clear. Um Overall, I really dig this trilogy. I'm looking forward to see what they do with chapter 4. Donnie Yen specifically, he's probably going to present the challenge that nobody else has presented before in the previous 3 movies. Um, so yeah, I'm excited for it.
All right, great. So we're gonna take a look at that trailer right now, and then we'll talk about the trailer on the other side. So let's check it out.
This hit goes out to you, Mr. Wick.
42 regular, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it begins.
Yeah. Living in this time behind enemy lines, so I got my
Oh, there's our guy. What's his name again?
To single combat.
Hiroyuki Sanada.
Yeah.
You'll have your freedom.
and when I see you, I'ma take what I want, so
Amen.
you ain't real, hope y'all feel the wrath of
Yeah. Gun fu.
many try, many die if you wanna war. Get it bloody.
Yes, sir. I think that's Scott Atkins right there in the back. Oh, there he
The only way
is.
John Wick will ever have freedom and peace is in death.
Wow, this is gonna take us all over the world.
Yeah. Not really.
Oh, I love it. Woo! Okay. You can't have a John Wick movie without some dogs in it, right?
Actually, yeah, that reminds me. I think because they didn't show her,
Mhm.
but that breed of dog isn't his. So I wonder if that means Holly Berry is going to make a comeback in it, her character.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if maybe maybe they haven't shown it, they haven't given everything away, but maybe even not just Holly Berry, maybe Common. Common, when last we saw him, he had a knife stuck in his heart, and John Wick left him on a train bleeding, right? So we didn't see him die. I mean,
Mhm.
you don't know. You just don't know. It's so interesting when you're watching these things because there's so many influences that you see come across when you're watching it, that just come across. I mean, you've got the gun fu influence, obviously, right? You've got that, that hard boiled, the killer, John Woo vibe, right? And then you've got the Chinese influence, right? Because you have the sword play that Donnie Yen was utilizing, which was definitely Chinese and Wushu influenced. And then you've got, I don't want to butcher his name, Hiroki. What is his name again?
Hiroyuki Sanada.
Hiroyuki Sanada. And I don't know what it is about that guy, but I just love him in everything. I mean, even movies that bomb, like 47 Ronin, I just dig him, man. He was in Wolverine, and he had a small little role in Avengers Endgame, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He was in that. He was in Wolverine. Or the Wolverine. He was in. He was Scorpion in Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
right. That's right. Totally.
He's also in Bullet Train, which is a really good movie.
Yeah, he was in Bullet Train. Yeah.
And he even had a a cameo appearance in Westworld.
Okay.
Season 2. I
Okay.
think, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, man, I dig it, man. Like I really like. I'm looking forward to seeing the Japanese swordplay juxtaposed to the Chinese, wushu style swordplay if they fight. I think in one, maybe not in this trailer that we just watched, but in a previous trailer, they showed it looks like they fight each other, him and Donnie Yen. So yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm super psyched for that. And yes, we will be reviewing that on the channel. I know some people are like, hey, that's not kung fu. To me, it all falls under that umbrella. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. And at some point, we will get into some of the gun fu lore. We will absolutely review movies like The Killer, Hard Boiled, and things like that. So yeah, we're gonna really get into it, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited about the film itself. And I since the pandemic, I don't go to the movie theater as often because I don't want to be around all the germs. But this movie is one of those ones that I actually am gonna be willing to venture out and check out and see what's happening with John Wick. So again, as we talked about the fact that Donnie Yen is heavily featured in the trailers for that. So really excited about that. So we thought it'd be a good idea right now to check out the GQ video, the GQ interview that he did. We're going to talk over it a little bit, but we're going to let it play. And we're going to watch it, and then we're going to talk about it and see what you all think about it on the other side. Okay? So give us a sec. Here we go. Yeah. Man, he should have been a Jedi.
I was thrilled, but at the same time, I was kind of confused. Am I too damn old to take that role? I don't know. So I actually asked my kids, do you think your father should do Star Wars? I mean, do you like Ip-Man better or Star Wars better? And
both.
They said, Star Wars, of course. So that changed my mind. That's pretty much it.
Shoot, you should do both. Should have been a Jedi.
Rogue One.
There is more than one sort of prison, Captain. I sense that you carry yours wherever you go.
One of the creative conversation before I agreed to do it, and I said, the role was a little bit.
Oh, I love that
cliche
picture.
And
love that.
How he carried himself, because in the beginning the character was a little bit more serious. But then I said, you have enough of these kind of Asian martial art master, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. If you want me to be that Asian master, you want me to swing that stick a little bit, that's perfectly fine. But shouldn't he have a sense of humor, And he liked the idea. And so we're kind of adding lines and making this character a little bit more funny. Then I just kind of suggested, wouldn't be even better if he can't see, where he can feel the force instead of not really attached to it, but then somehow he have a grasp of that universe.
Wow.
With the force and the force is with me. Not one with the force and the force is with me.
Well, in all my films and all the characters that I've played in my entire career, I always emphasized on the realism of the character. No matter what genre I do, I always emphasize on interpreting this character. He has to be grounded, or else you'll be off the wall and no one understands where you're coming from. So that's how I approach the whole character, as not just the action side. So maybe that worked. Maybe people really came to liking this character so much.
I dig it. Oh,
Once
yeah.
Upon a Time in China, Part 2.
Oh, I can't wait to review this one.
As a professional artist, you gotta do your homework. If you're Northern or Southern, the accents, the way you carry yourself, the way you look, your gesture, and all the etiquette is very important if you really want to play the character properly, accurately. Once Upon a Time in China, for example. That was during the Qing Dynasty.
This man he knows his stuff,
actor
man. He knows his stuff.
I guess, specialized in action movies. Then you have to kind of connect the two. Playing that character, what type of style during that time? How are you going to fight? How do you interpret that? That also takes a lot of not only research, but also a lot of skill. Getting into character, not only as an actor, it's more of a self-tune in mentally or physically, but also the environment helps you into that character and that world. So when you are dressed in that wardrobes in that period, and you walk into the set, and you automatically put you in that environment, it helps you to get into the setting. I worked with Jet 3 times in my entire career.
Yeah.
I remember I was in LA casting for Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. I didn't get that role, but I got a call from the producer and director, and Jet Li himself said, hey, you want to come back to Hong Kong and do this? So I went back, and we were both very young. I think that we had that little ego going on, on the set. So the choreographer was Yu Mo Ping.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Yu Mo Ping was
Royalty.
the person who discovered me 40 years ago. Very veteran action director, choreographer. He did Kill Bills and
did it all.
And Matrix and Project Tiger, and did all that action. Well, I want to make the long story short. The way we work in Hong Kong for many years is that we change the choreography as we go along. So we both are very experienced, obviously martial art actor and well known. We walked on the set and we looked at the choreography. And we started changing bits and pieces in there, and it's kind of like happily sparring and following the structure of the choreography, but then we went off and freestyle, basically. It's like rapping contest, you know what I'm saying? It's like
I love that, like rapping.
Went on, and we were going faster and faster and faster where the camera couldn't catch us. We were going at it, and the director was like looking at the monitor and played back and said, wow, this is great, just keep it rolling, keep it rolling. But yeah, we had a really interesting time because a lot of those action choreography were improvised on the set. That's how we shot films back in the days. Now it's a little bit more civilized. We come up with a plan, follow that plan, and we do this and do that. But back in the days, there was Wild West, the way we make action movies. We walk on the set and say, oh, this is the building. Let's jump down from this building. Let's crash this place.
Wow.
Let's not shoot it this way. I remember there were many movies where we didn't have a script. We came in and I was looking at the director and then we asked, what are the lines? He said, oh, I haven't figured out the lines yet. Let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 6, really. And then we dub it later. The most significant experience working on Once Upon a Time was that I had an injury, almost blinded me. So what happened was there was a shot where Jet Li was wired up and we both had these pole. These are bamboo pole about this thick. And they're quite heavy. Now, if they hit you in the head, they'll knock you out. There was a move where he spun around 360 degrees. He swings at me, and I block it. After about 30 takes, he missed. Instead of coming across, and I'm supposed to block it like this, and he comes across horizontally. So he whacked me right on my eyebrow, right?
Wow.
I mean, I got knocked back about 8 feet. 5 seconds later, I said, wait, drop my hands, and blood was spilling. I kid you not. Ooh. It was spilling like shower spray. It was like,
wow.
It was like this, like in the movie, like Kill Bill. So I went to the ambulance, about 6 stitches. The day after, he called me. I said, are you okay? Can you come in for a close-up on the right side? I said, close up, you can see my stitches. No, I'm gonna shoot you sideways so you can't see the close-ups. So what happened was, the day after, I have patches on, right? He shot my close-up on the other side where you can't see the patches. That's how wild it was.
Wow.
That's
crazy. Yes, sir. Can't wait to review this. Can't wait. Ipsy Fu.
Before Ip Man, I was already a very successful action director and won quite a few awards. In fact, pretty much every movie that I was doing was nominated and then ended up winning the award. So I was quite in demand in the market as an action director. But like you said, what's the next level? How am I going to elevate myself? Oh, then I have to really have even better performance as an actor. Because at the end of the day, it's the acting. it's the drama, right?
Sure.
The story, right? And
Action
as a
too.
result, it was a very good decision. And, you know, I gave all the credit to Mr. Sammo Hung for the first Ip Man 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then Ip Man 3, 4, I call him Sifu, the one that discovered me, Yuen Ping. He was responsible for part 3 and 4.
This is the one I didn't like.
When I found out I was going to make a movie with Mike Tyson, I was ecstatic. I was always been a fan of Mike Tyson.
I felt like they shoehorned him in, though.
Was my idol. You know, I was looking at Mike Tyson. Wow, you know, I mean, imitate him. In fact, how he moves. I said, whoa, can I use some of that Mike Tyson moves in my movies? So when I realized, oh, he's going to be in Ip Man 3, so I was both excited at the same time, a little bit nervous. I was like, you know, what if he actually knocked me out? Knocking me out is fine, but I got to finish the movie, right? It was kind of that kind of excitement and that nervousness working with him because I was such a fan, and he's in front of me, and he's coming at me with his famous left hook, and I was like, oh, Mike Tyson's coming with a left hook, and I.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna pause real quick.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm loving this. I'm loving this interview. I'm loving this interview. What do you think so far, and what do you think about Mike Tyson's performance in Ip Man 3?
So it's been a while since I've seen all 4 of them. The only one I remember watching like front to back was the first one, and then after that, my memories are kind of split between 2 and 4.
Okay.
But I do agree with you in that this fight for Ip Man 3, it does feel kind of shoehorned. Like the first one, I know it's all loosely based on the actual man's life, but I feel like the first one is somewhat closest to reality, whereas Ip Man 3, by just putting in Mike Tyson, I'm like, nah, that is completely fictional. There's no way that actually happened.
Not just that, but even the way that his movements were in that fight scene. I don't know. I know that Mike Tyson is really good at bobbing and weaving, right? But it was like a little bit over exaggerated, and so it just doesn't make for a good fight. Personally, my take is a lot of times when you put a Chinese actor with an American actor in a fight scene, the Chinese actor is moving at a speed that's 1.5 times faster than the American actor. You know, a good movie as a good example of this. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie with Keanu Reeves, and I think it's called Man of Tai Chi. I think it was.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Man of Tai Chi. Keanu Reeves is in that, and I believe he's the bad guy in that movie. It's a really when he fights with the main character at the end, it's terrible. It's terrible. They try to choreograph it around. It doesn't work. Now, you put Keanu Reeves in The Matrix and he's fighting other Americans, then the timing is matched and it works, right? So, I mean, this is just my opinion. I mean, I'm sure people in the chat might disagree, but yeah, I personally didn't love this fight with Mike Tyson. It was cool to see him in the movie ultimately, but yeah, it's just like let's stick him in here, right? That's kind of my take on that. You were gonna add something?
I do agree with you. Yeah, it is pretty shoehorned, and from what I saw, it looked like his moves were different from how they were in real life. I think for what it's worth, they at least didn't do what American movies typically do whenever they insert like Chinese martial artists in there or just Asian martial artists, which kind of similar to what you said. Some martial arts movies make the Asian martial artists dumb down their performance just so that the American martial artists can try to keep up.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think for what it's worth, even though this fight is not even close to my favorite in the Ip Man franchise, at the very least, Donnie Yen didn't feel like he had to like drop his performance at any like to a lower level.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's finish this up. Let's see what else he has to say. Alrighty.
And I told Yuan Ping, I said, I'm not going to be exactly like how we shoot the traditional way of Kung Fu movies where we always dodge at a very split second. I'm going to move when I feel dangerous, whether it is, I'm not going to wait until his fist is here, you know, I'm going to move. There was a shot where he came in with a left hook and it was supposed to hit a big heavy bag. So, all right, ready, close up, bum, bum, you know, the camera rolling. And I felt that punch was coming and I felt his forearm brush my hair like, phew. I said, ooh. But it was great fun working with Mike, and it was totally chill and respectful. I had more of a great time working in that film, talking to him than that scene itself. Like we'd be between shots, and I would ask him questions. I'm a fan, you know, you gotta remember. So it was a very memorable experience working with Mike Tyson.
Wow.
It was an accident. He was coming at me with flurry of punches, right? And the choreography was
I didn't know he broke his finger.
Block all his punches with Wing Chun techniques. Now, as the Wing Chun techniques, use your elbow. Sometimes the elbow goes. So I go at it. Maybe I have a little power behind it, and I guess accidentally hit one of his fingers. Right? I didn't even know about it. He didn't mention anything. And then the next day he came in and he said, he got something wrapped around his fingers. And we were jokingly, you know, Donnie broke my pinkies or whatever. It was an accident.
Wow. This is another part of Ip Man that I didn't like, man. It's like sticking Bruce Lee in.
Everybody,
I knew it was going to happen.
Some way or
I knew it was going to
the other
happen eventually.
is at least inspired by Bruce Lee, not solely on his physical prowess, but his philosophy and how he saw things. It's kind of like Muhammad Ali. The way he feels this is the future. And I think that's what I was drawn to him the most with that elements. We're no difference, you know, only the skin colors, you know. I mean, that kind of very liberal and free thinking, right? The way he made martial art movies was also impactful and influence in all my films. If you look at all my films, the tempo, the certain details, it still have a lot of Bruce Lee shadows in it, right? So, but of course, at that time, when I was young, watching Bruce Lee film, I never thought of how can an Asian person be a lead in American movies and English-speaking movies, right? I'm glad it finally is here, but it took a while. It took a lot of people like Bruce to really kick down doors and making that kind of difference. Pave the way for someone like me who can have that kind of opportunities to really express myself.
Wow. Wow.
Hero.
I forgot about this movie.
跟你多日，拿你归案。
I forgot all about this one.
亮出银枪，验明正身。
Now, Hero is another crazy experience as well. I reunited with Jet Li,
right?
And I went to mainland China. One of the set that they built, a courtyard of a temple. We spent 21 days.
It's a great fight. Yeah, it's a great fight.
Just two of us fighting.
Yeah.
21 days. Sometimes for Hollywood producers, they wouldn't understand why do you take so many days to shoot action scenes because I shot a couple of American films where everything's we have shot lists and everything's on schedule. I'll finish the scene in 2 days or 3 days, you know, getting the pieces, getting the coverage. But that's not how we shoot action over here. We shoot action by each shot and getting that shot to specific lighting, camera.
We gotta watch
angles,
this movie with the fans one day.
Choreography to the precisions to the teeth. So we spent 21 days, sometimes 3-4 shots a day. Everything was going smooth. We united. We both wanted top Once Upon a Time part 2. That scene became a classic. So 10 years later, we want to do another classic. So we, both of us, each shot, we look back, the playback, and look at each shot and said, you know, wait a minute, your fingers is a little bit to the left. That's not precise enough. Or your eyes, you know, you're not looking at me. So we're both kind of going back and forth trying to make the best piece of art, right? For each shot. But I remember there was another choreography where he was also wired up. with a sword. Now, although these are prop swords, but they are still quite pointy. This whole shot was one take, about 50 moves or something. So at the end of the 50 moves, maybe the 48th, 49 moves, he strikes down with his sword. He went boop, and I back up. Jet said, "Donnie, there's blood spilling out of your face." I said, "Really? Let me take a look." He whacked me on one side. And 10 years later, he whacked me on the other side. I started laughing. I said, "Oh, this is going to be great. This movie's going to make so much money." Because the last time we did this, it was a huge box success. So, you see in red, because in Chinese, red bag during Chinese New Year, we give each other red bag. So when you see blood, it's like, this is going to be a successful film. 6 stitches, again, 2 times.
Maybe I should let you punch me in the face, man, and get some blood.
I could have been blind.
I'll pass.
Wing Chun.
Okay, I'm gonna be really honest, fans. I'm not gonna lie. I never seen this before.
Let me begin with my
Never
mother
saw
being a
Gotta watch
pioneer,
it.
especially during the 1970s. She opened a martial arts school in Boston. As a new immigrant at the time, she was able to break through barriers of teaching all walks of different race and culture. So that made a lot of impact on me to understanding the whole woman empowering, especially back in the days, in more of a male predominant type of a world. My mother is like
Good for him.
8 or 4'10", little woman. She have hundreds of students like 6'5", following her and respecting her and bowing down to her. So, that gave me a different perspective. So working with Michelle, that movie was about a female lead in a martial art movie, which had happened before, but it's not often. I was the supporting actor and just let her do her job and let her shine.
Wow.
I thought of the fire scene, so I didn't have any CGI. There was no CGI scenes. In fact, there was no CGI at all. And there was not really a safety team or whatsoever. I said, how do I light up the fire? I really lit up the fire.
We got to put this on the list. Gotta watch this one.
Gasoline in there. I remember there was a funny part where I would lit up the whole fire and set up the shots, and the fire would go out. So I have to call the people on the set and say, "Oh, that went off. Pour some gasoline in it, burn up that fire." It isn't like what's today. There's a pipeline. There's all types of modern technology where you can just turn up the buttons and the fire goes up, or you do it in post with CGI fire. Back in the old days, we just have to do whatever. Like if you want to crash that window, you crash the real window. You jump off the building, you jump off the building. So the same with these fire props that I was doing. Literally pour some gasoline and lit up that fire.
Wow. Oh no.
Triple A.
No.
Return of Santa Cage.
It's a movie I like to forget. I literally don't remember him in this movie.
I became pretty cool with the director, and he understand my background. I remember there was a scene where I was fighting.
Do you remember him in this movie?
I didn't even watch this movie.
An airplane. And I came up with different choreographies to work with that camera angle without telling them. So a lot of these choreographies that I did was working with where they placed the camera.
Now I gotta go back and watch it.
And I would look at
I have this too. I have
the cameraman. I said, what's the size of the camera, the lenses, right? And I look at the monitor. Oh, he's gonna have a medium shots or whatever different lenses. Oh, okay. I know how you're gonna want to shoot this space. Do you want me to do this? Maybe it's better like this. Maybe like this. I'll say, that's pretty cool. So I start changing all this stuff around. And after that scene, and I told DJ, the director, I said, DJ, listen, how about give me the footage, let me edit this stuff overnight, and I'll give it to you tomorrow. If you don't like it, throw it away. You're the director, with all due respect. So I went back, used the computer, put all the shots together, and show him my vision. I said, this is how I'm gonna fight. Like the tempo. It's like music, right?
Wow.
A couple of bars here and there, put it together and hey, do you like it? And he loved it. And what you saw on the plane, I edited that scene.
Wow. Oh yeah. Coming soon to video on demand, baby. Yes, sir.
I wanted to make a movie that appeals to the whole world, where even if you don't understand any culture of Chinese martial art novels or Jin Yong's particular, you would still appreciate this movie. So I came up with the story and then start bringing these pieces together. Like, how am I going to do something that is different from what's done in the past, from wardrobes, again, music, and comes down to the action. Now, this can easily be over the top, where what's going on, no one can understand, why is this guy flying around in the air and he doesn't come down to the ground, And then I came up with this concept of, what is the most successful franchise of these type of films, right? Marvel's movies, right? X-Men's movies, right? Yeah. We believe in that world. Why do we believe in that? What are the successful elements? So I use that as a study case to, okay, I understand. So basically, this is my version of the Chinese Marvels. But of course, I don't have that kind of budget. It's under a very tight budget. I didn't have any money at all. I just thought that with my experience and my team was so strong, Hong Kong Film Award winners, they're all like acclaimed cinematographer, editor, wardrobes, and art directions. So my whole entire cast, from actors to behind the camera, the crew, they were really supportive. They really believe in my vision. They said, Donnie, we trust you, we believe you, we want to go on a journey with you. Even everybody's getting a cut. No one is getting paid that much, honestly. But we enjoyed it. Everybody were in a ride together with me and wanted to make a difference. We wanted to make something special for the world. A couple elements is really important in my movies. Number one, I say positive energy. It's very important in my movies. I don't like to make movies where if there's a role that is offered to me or a project is offered to me and it's against my morals, my principle of how I want to live my life. I don't care how much money they give me. I don't want to do it. My movie has to contain some core values as a human being. Righteousness, family, love. That is really important for me.
I love it.
And also a very commercial movies. I like my movies to be entertaining because at the end of the day, what are we making this for? For yourself or for the mass? Hey. And what I like to do is make movies for everybody.
Oh man, that is awesome. Now tell me that wasn't great. That was really that was nice. That was nice to hear that. Sorry about that. That was great, man. That was absolutely great. What did you think?
I liked it. Yeah, that last part that really goes to show a lot about his character, because some actors, they don't care how heinous the role they're playing actually is. They'll just do anything to sell the part. But that's nice. That was nice to hear from him. To hear that he doesn't want to compromise his morals for when he's acting.
Yeah, I dug it a lot, man. It's so funny. The things that we all do this. I'm guilty of it as well. We make these assumptions, right? First assumption is that Donnie Yen doesn't speak English. Not only does he not speak English, but
he does, but it's not his native language.
Of course, no. But it didn't matter. He was very thoughtful. He was very the way in which he spoke, he was very eloquent. And he knows his shit. Mm-hmm. Right? And I dig that, man. I dig that about him. I thought that was pretty fly. I'm, a person who, I mean, for me, I think that was a little bit of a trouble there that Bruce Lee was having. Was he was trying to connect with the American audience. He wanted, as I heard someone once say, he wanted the best of both worlds. He wanted to be loved by the Asian audiences as well as the American audiences. And just imagine if Bruce Lee had lived, if he had been alive today, right? I think Donnie Yen is benefiting, and I believe he's having a career that probably would have been representative of the career that Bruce Lee had or desired, right? Before his untimely demise. So yeah, this was one of the great things about when the term is used, standing on the shoulders of others, right? He is absolutely someone who stands on the shoulder. And let's not forget Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is a legend, right? I think sometimes Jackie may not get the same level of action star. They tend to say comedy action star is what they try to do because of his, doing his own stunts, and a lot of his movies, like the Rush Hour movies, have a lot of comedy in them. I think he did a couple of westerns with Owen Wilson and whatnot, and so those movies lend itself more to like comedy. But Jackie Chan has done some action, some dope action movies as well. And can't wait to review those for you all. We can't wait to review those and do those reviews on the channel. But back to Donnie Yen. I mean, he's so charming. He's so charming. He's a very handsome gentleman. The camera loves him, right? And it makes me excited for John Wick 4. In addition to that video that we just watched, there also was an article that came out, right? And there's our guy right there, and it says the article is entitled "Hong Kong's Ageless Action Hero, Nearing 60 years old." Wow, the last of a golden era of martial arts, looks back on an unparalleled career and forward to his role in the new John Wick film. Wow, nearing 60. All right, let's see. Donnie Yen has been punched in the name of movie making more times than he can count, kicked, burned, sliced open, thrown from horses, you name it. He's heard it. I have so many injuries, Yen says, laughing. It comes with the job. You don't carve out a 40-year career kicking ass in Hong Kong action cinema without also getting your own kicked occasionally. Yen could regale you with stories of his scrapes for hours, but for brevity's sake, here's just one. Yen was on the set of Sue Hark's now classic 1992 sequel, Once Upon a Time in China 2, filming the kind of action scene they really don't make anymore. Yen and fellow martial arts legend Jet Li go at it with bamboo poles, literally bringing down the building around him. I think he referenced this in his interview. I believe he referenced this in his interview. Bravura martial arts choreography, ridiculous athleticism, zero CGI. Anyway, Lee hurt himself, so he had a stunt double wired up, Yen explains. We'd broken each other's staffs, so we were holding two, one in each hand. The prop staffs weren't up to the task, so they were using real bamboo, solid, heavy as hell. Shot was simple. Yen had to block an incoming strike with his pole. Yeah, this is what he referenced in the video we just watched. So, I think this article actually may be a little bit of a written version of the video that we just watched. He says another actor might have hung it up by now, or at least dialed back the physical side of things, but not Yen. He says, I'm very blessed that I still have a lot of speed, explosiveness, power. I can get up in the morning and do jump kicks. Right now, I've got to take 3 cups of double espresso, do a couple of warm-ups. The point is, he might be sore the next day, but for now, at least he can still deliver. Fortunately, every time I go to set, the whole Donnie Yen act just kicks in. I've got to perform. When that camera rolls, I can go. Fantastic. Yeah, as you can see, the camera loves him. Look, got a little pimp flavor going on right there. Oh, they telling us, okay, I see you. Got a little Yves Saint Laurent on. Okay, jacket. Almost $3,400 for the jacket. Pants. Almost $1,400 for the pants. Boots. Almost $1,500. Shirt. $575. Gloves, $140. Walking stick, $300. Necklace by Cartier,
20,000.
20 G's. Hey. New money. That's what that money looked like. Okay. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, Yen might be approaching 60, but in person, he looks a decade younger, leaner, muscular, got the radiant skin. Why they put this in the whiteout smile? He went to the dentist and got the hookup. Say he arrives at the Gordon Ramsay. Oh, Lord. Gordon Ramsay Bar and Grill in London. Wearing the Alexander McQueen jacket and sweats, baseball cap. Okay. Wow. And he grew up in Boston, huh? That's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty awesome. So then it shouldn't be a surprise that he speaks English. That just goes to show how little I knew about him. Talk about his Ip Man movies. Absolutely. I mean, yeah. And the movie Sakura that's supposed to be coming out, my understanding, I believe, I don't know if you can look that up real quick. The release date, I thought I heard it was going to be in April. Had to check that out real quick. Definitely something that I'm looking forward to watching. Because it was not released over here in the States.
It was released January 16th.
January 16th.
That's one date I'm seeing.
Well, that's when it was released. That's when it premiered
in Singapore.
Right. What about when it comes to video on demand? Do you have any information on that?
Let me see. Yeah.
So in the meantime, I mean, yeah, man, I'm hyped for that. John Wick. I mean, it's gonna be off the chain, man. And he does not look 60 years old, not at all. Wow.
Looks like those are to be announced.
What you mean
the DVD release date?
DVD release date. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Oh man, new money, boy. Look at that jacket, 11,000. Scarf, 700. Awesome. This is great. So yeah, man. I mean, it says that he was a mediocre student. Oh, academically, he was a mediocre student. But as a martial artist, he was electric, determined, lightning fast, who spent countless hours developing his fajing, or explosiveness, practicing high kicks on the heavy bag until he knocked it down when Yen was 16. That's awesome. Hey, listen, if you get a chance and you're on the channel, please, by all means, we would ask that you all check out our latest video that we dropped yesterday. We dropped the video yesterday, and yeah, we're really excited about that video. Dropped it overnight. It's our top 5. It's our top five Donnie Yen modern fights. So if you get a chance, man, please, we really appreciate that. Check it out. And yeah, we're looking sorry about that. I'm trying to clean up a few things here. Yeah, and we're really looking forward to having some more top 5 videos that we're going to put out for you all. Top 5 videos upcoming. We have top 5 Ip Man fights in the Ip Man series, so we're going to be doing that. We've got top 5 weirdest things we've seen in martial arts movies. That's going to be something that's coming up soon. So yeah, we're going to be doing that, and really excited. DK's got he's got a video that he's going to be doing. He's going to be doing a Dragon Tiger Gate, which is a really good Donnie Yen movie. He's going to be doing that review coming up real soon. So look out for that one. Keep your eyes open for that one. We're looking forward to bringing that one to you. So now would be a good time for us to do one of our trivias. So I'm gonna turn it over to DK. Let him talk to you guys a little bit for a minute while we get that all set up, and we'll try to find some people to hop online to do our first trivia game. Okay, so I'll turn it over to Danny, DK, and let that ride for a minute. Go ahead. Why don't you talk to the fans, man?
Yeah, so actually, speaking of the fans, we actually got on our Discord server, we got a suggestion from Chaxologist for a movie that we could watch Together at some point. It's called Line of Duty 3. And I think, let me see. Does this have Michelle Yeoh in it? Oh no. I think the first two use her, and then it says subsequent installments have Cynthia Khan. Can't say I've heard of her before, but yeah, that was one. Line of Duty 3.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't heard of her, but yeah, it looks like there's like a whole series here. Yes, Madam, Royal Warriors, In the Line of Duty 3, 4. Okay, so they're not they're not like narratively related, but thematically they are. Yeah, so it looks like there's 9 movies total at least in this film series. But yeah, that was one suggestion that Chaxologist gave to us. Besides that, yeah, I would like to do a Dragon Tiger Gate review at some point. There's a lot to enjoy with that movie. The choreography with Donnie Yen is pretty good. There's also the other 2 main actors, or the 2 leads, they're pretty strong in it too. I think one of the supporting characters, I don't know his name. I could probably look it up, but he was also in Kung Fu Hustle. I could probably find his name. Yuen Hua. Oh, I remember him now. I wasn't sure if I saw him before, but if I saw him in Shang-Chi, but he's in that movie too. So he has been in Kung Fu Hustle. There's this other movie I've never heard of before with Jackie Chan. Have you heard of this? Dragons Forever? It's an action comedy.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that Dragon Tiger Gate, as I was just saying, and he's also in Shang-Chi. Like just over the halfway point.
Okay, cool. So what we're doing right now is
getting the trivia set up.
It says, well, the Line of Duty 3 and 4 has Cynthia Khan as cast and co-stars with Donnie Yen in the latter one. Okay. All right, thanks. Well, what we had planned on doing, we had hoped that we would have a few more viewers on with us so that we could do a trivia. We do a trivia game. A Chaxologist right now is our ride or die. So I'm thinking we should do a trivia with Chaxologist. Chaxologist, in the chat, can you let us know? Are you down? Are you down to be to test out our Kung Fu trivia game? Would you be down for that? We'll wait to see what he says.
Mm-hmm.
Is Chaxologist still on with us?
I believe so. Let me check Discord. Or yeah, right now it looks like he's on Discord. At least he's offline, but
he's offline. Okay. All right, so we can hold on to that. Tell you what we'll do. We've already been streaming now for what, about an hour? So we will take our first break, and then when we come back, we'll we will move into, hopefully when we come back, we'll have a few more viewers on, and we'll do our trivia. We have our first raffle giveaway, and we're gonna do our first movie watch along. So more to come.
Oh, looks like he responded.
Is he in?
He
Sure.
said,
I may not be knowledgeable though. Okay. Well, it looks like you're the only one that's on with us right now. So by default, more than likely, you're gonna win our first trivia prize. Chaxologist, are you here in the States? Because if you win the prize, then we're gonna ship you the prize. We want to make sure you're in the States. It's a lot easier for us to send ship things within the continental United States. So could you let us know, are you in the States, Chaxologist? See what he says.
yeah. He says yes.
He is. Ask him, does he have, well, I'll ask you. He can hear me.
Yeah, he can hear you.
Do you have access to a cell phone? Because this first quiz is going to be done on Kahoot. I don't know if you're familiar with Kahoot.
He says, watching from New York City here.
Nice. Okay. He says he's watching from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got lined up for movies as well. Phenomenal martial arts action. Okay. All right. Close that off. All right. So he does have a cell phone?
I believe so.
Okay.
He should, because I see his Discord icon. He's online, and it's the green phone. So.
Okay.
Oh, it says no cell phone, unfortunately, just in my PC now. I think he should still be able to use Kahoot though.
Okay. Let's see. I've never tried this before, so let's see if he can. All right. I'm gonna now put up the. If you go on to this, go at www.kahoot.it and you enter this game pin, you will be able to play. You'll be able to play our Kung Fu trivia game. So we'll wait for you to log in and we'll give it a go. Let us know in the chat when you are logged in. Hopefully we'll see you logged in here as well. Jaxologist might be our only viewer today. He gonna wind up with a free Xbox. He gonna wind up with all the swag that we have today. Hopefully.
Yeah, so he should be able to join because he's not using a phone, so he should be able to join with the link, the www.
So he can he can use if you join us at www.kahoot.it and enter in this game pin, you'll be able to jump in and we can have our first Kung Fu trivia game.
Yeah, he types laughing out loud, spoils of being the lone spectator here.
Hey man, they snooze, they lose. Apparently, it is early too. It's only 10:47 in the morning, so we got a long time together. So hopefully we'll have more people on in a little bit. Just getting warmed up. So while we're waiting for him to log in, if I could ask my lovely assistant to bring me the first trivia prize so that I could show it when it's after the trivia is over. Trivia prize 1.
Oh yeah, he's we got somebody else. Okay, so we got
someone else?
Yeah, Colin.
Hey.
He says,
welcome.
I don't know if I'd win anything since I don't watch a whole lot of movies.
Hey, it can't hurt. Come on in. Give Chaxologist some competition.
Yeah. You have a better, at the very least, you have a better chance.
All right, we got someone
who didn't play at all.
All right, we got our first contestant. His name is Rich. Who else? Who else wants to go? Who else wants to battle? Is Rich isn't Chaxologist though, right?
He'd have to confirm. I don't know if that is him. But yeah, Colin says, "Sup, guys." Yeah, we see you.
Sup, Colin? Come on in. Jump into the Kahoot. So you can battle for the first prize. It's going to be prizes for the next 24 hours. We have giveaways. We've got movie watch-alongs. We're going to talk movies. We're going to watch some movies together. We're going to play some games, some trivia. We're giving away an Xbox. We're giving away a brand new Xbox sometime during this stream, the 24-hour stream. We're going to be streaming from now until tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're asking for those. Rich dipped out.
I think Rich might have been somebody else.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, Chaxologist says not mine.
Okay. Is he having trouble getting in?
He said earlier that he still has to register.
I didn't know you had to register to get into Kahoot.
I mean, you just have to, if you just type in www.kahoot.it,
yeah,
then you should just have to put in the pin number.
Yeah, Chaxologist, you don't have to register to get onto Kahoot. You can just go to www.kahoot.it, and then it's just going to ask you for this 7-digit number here. You just put this in. You don't have to register for Kahoot. So we're waiting to get a couple more contestants so we can get it popping. Who wants to win that first prize? And let me tell you this other thing too. The prizes and the giveaways, they elevate. Let's put it that way. So if you're not able to get into Kahoot, there we go. Hey, okay. There he is, Chaxologist. Let's see if we're gonna give you a few more. We're gonna give a couple more minutes. See if Rich is gonna jump back in, because it would be good, Chaxologist. Hey, we got someone named Jar.
That's Colin.
That's Colin. Yeah. Hey, we need one more. Hey, I like your avatars. Jar. Okay, now Jar and Chaxologist kind of have somewhat similar avatars. Okay. I thought I saw. Do we have Gigi? Is Gigi on the stream? I could have sworn I saw Gigi on the stream.
That was towards the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I think Rich is out. I'm gonna give him 60 more seconds, and then we're gonna get it cracking. So it'll be Jar against Chaxologist. for the first Kung Fu trivia. We're going to have another Kung Fu trivia later. We're also going to have a Kung Fu movie picture scramble. So we're going to have that as a contest. We're going to have our raffles. Again, is that Rich? You said Rich?
Rich is out.
Rich, he's out?
Yeah, he's not in here. He was in like towards the beginning of the Kahoot, but now he's gone.
I see him.
You see him?
I'm looking right at him.
No, Jar is not Rich.
Oh, okay. So Jar, if you could drop your name in the chat, we're going to be entering your name into our raffle. We're going to be raffling off different prizes throughout the evening.
His name is in the chat.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. So we're going to take your name and we're going to drop it into our raffle, and we're going to be raffling off a free Xbox sometime in the next 24 hours. During our live stream, we're going to be raffling off an Xbox. We're going to be raffling off one of the latest PlayStation controllers along with a webcam. We're going to be raffling off Kung Fu movies, DVDs, all kinds of fun games and prizes. So, yeah, tell your friends, hop on. It's going to be Kung Fu Mayhem all day. And we promise you the stream will get better as we progress. I think it's just you two. So we're going to do it. All right. If you guys are both ready, can you just say you're ready in the chat, and we're going to get things started. Let me know when they drop that in the chat.
Okay. He said we do be spooky because of the avatars. Taxologist said this is a death match after all. Ghost just said yes, I'm here. And then not sure what this is in reference to. Oh wait, Colin's ready.
So he's gonna get in?
He is in.
That's Jar.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jar and Chexologist.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Head to head. Uh-oh, Richie.
Wait.
Hey.
All right, we got somebody else.
All right, we got 3. That's good enough.
Okay, 3.
All right. So we got Richie, Jar, and Chexologist who are gonna battle for our very first. Man, I'm so happy. It's like our first trivia. First trivia in our very first live stream together. So, man, it means a lot to us that you 3 are here. It means so much to us that you are our first of what we hope are many subscribers. And thank you so much for participating. Now let's go. Kung Fu trivia number 1. In 3, 2, 1. What do you call a Kung Fu instructor in Chinese? The answer is Sifu. No one picked it. No one got it. So in Kung Fu, in Chinese, you would say your instructor, your master is your Sifu. Okay. Off to a little bit of a slow start, but that's okay. All right, here we go. Next question. Scoreboard. Oh, we got another one. We got Rich, Chexologist, Jar, and Richie. All right, here we go. Of the 5 Shaolin Hungar animal styles, what are their names? What are the 5 animal styles of the Hungar Kung Fu technique? No one's getting them. No one's getting them. The answer is dragon, tiger, snake, crane, leopard. These are fast. You got to be.
Hold up.
What's going on?
Kahoot is messing up. It's not synchronizing well. The Kahoot website is well ahead of the live stream.
Okay, I'm confused.
So,
I'm not sure. I'm following.
I'm looking.
All right. This is what we'll do. We're gonna hop off. We're gonna hop off for the next 10 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do this all over again. We're gonna start we're going to start with our trivia, and we'll figure out what the issue is. Okay? We'll figure out what the issue is. And so give us 10 minutes. We're going to pop off for about 10 minutes. And then when we come back, we'll start over with this trivia. Okay? And we'll figure out what the issue is. Okay? All right. So we'll talk to you in a bit. And again, we'll be right back. Give us about 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll be back. Peace.